I'm going to say welcome to my room. I'm really happy having a place to record videos and read and enjoy sunlight. And anyways, I'm going to go ahead and read from this book that I got recently. It's, I don't think the title is super great, but one of my cherished friends recommended it and put it in my hands yesterday, and so I read it this morning, and it felt really important. Anyways, it's called Complex PTSD From Surviving to Thriving, and the author is Pete Walker. And Pete Walker is local. I think he lives in Berkeley, and so if you know him personally, tell him I said hi, and I've been really enjoying his book. Alright, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and read from, so this book was really interesting because the introduction says if you're feeling like you're in distress, turn to chapter 8, and so I'll be reading from chapter 8. Yeah, I cried when I first read it. It felt completely meaningful and very exactly what I needed to hear. And so part of it is, if it's exactly what you need to hear, then this is for you. Okay. This is a list of 13 practical steps for helping yourself to manage an emotional flashback. 13 steps for managing emotional flashbacks. 1. Say to yourself, I am having a flashback. Flashbacks take you into a timeless part of the psyche that feels as helpless, hopeless, and surrounded by danger as you were in childhood. These feelings and sensations you are experiencing are past memories that cannot hurt you now. Remind yourself, I feel afraid, but I am not in danger. I am safe now, here in the present. Remember, you are now in the safety of the present, far from the danger of the past. 3. Own your need to have boundaries. Remind yourself that you do not have to allow anyone to mistreat you. You are free to leave dangerous situations and protest unfair behavior. 4. Speak reassuring to the inner child. The child needs to know that you love him or her or them unconditionally, that he, she, or them can come to you for comfort and protection when he, she, or them feels lost and scared. 5. Deconstruct eternity thinking. In childhood, fear and abandonment felt endless. A safer future was unimaginable. Remember, this flashback will pass, as it always has before. Remind yourself that you are in an adult body with allies, skills, and resources to protect you that you never had as a child. Feeling small and fragile is a sign of a flashback. 7. Ease back into your body. Fear launches you into heady, worrying, or numbing and spacing out. A. Gently ask your body to relax. Feel each of your major muscle groups and softly encourage them to relax. Tightened muscles send false danger signals to your brain. B. Breathe deeply and slowly. Holding your breath also signals danger. C. Slow down. Rushing presses your brain's flight response button. D. Find a safe place to to unwind and soothe yourself. Wrap yourself in a blanket, hold a pillow or a stuffed animal, lie down on your bed or in a closet or in a bath. Take a nap. E. Feel the fear in your body without reacting to it. Fear is just an energy in your body. It cannot hurt you if you do not run from it. 8. Resist the inner critic's drasticizing and catastrophizing. A. Use thought stopping to halt the critic's endless exaggerations of danger and its constant planning to control the uncontrollable. Refuse to shame, hate, or abandon yourself. Channel the anger of self-attack into saying no to your critic's unfair self-criticism. B. Use thought substitution and thought correction to replace negative thinking with a memorized list of your qualities and accomplishments. 9. Allow yourself to grieve. Flashbacks are opportunities to release old, unexpressed feelings of fear, hurt, abandonment. Validate and soothe your child's past experience of helplessness and hopelessness. Healthy grieving can turn your tears into self-compassion and your anger into self-protection. 10. Cultivate safe relationships and seek support. Take time alone when you need it, but don't let shame isolate you. Feeling shame doesn't mean you are shameful. Educate your intimates about flashbacks and ask them to help you talk and feel your way through them. Learn to identify the types of triggers that lead to flashbacks. Avoid unsafe people, places, activities, and triggering mental processes. Practice preventive maintenance with these steps when triggering situations that are unavoidable. 12. Figure out what you're flashing back to. Flashbacks are opportunities to discover, validate, and heal your wounds from past abuse and abandonment. They also point to your still unmet developmental needs and can provide you with motivation to get them met. Be patient with the slow recovery process. It takes time in the present to become de-adrenalized and considerable time in the future to gradually decrease the intensity, duration, and frequency of flashbacks. Real recovery is a gradually progressive process, often 2 steps forward, 1 step back, not an attained salvation fantasy. Don't beat yourself up for having a flashback. And then he goes on to say, my clients who post this somewhere is conspicuous until they memorize the gist of it typically progress more rapidly in their recovery. You can easily print out a copy from the 13 Steps page of my website, pete-walker.com. Yeah, so just take a breath with me about that. I thought it was really helpful, this step. Let me find it again. Figure out what you're flashing back to. When I read that, it was really interesting going back there and feeling like there was this very particular day in my life that changed everything, but it's also like gone. Like it was years ago. I was 12. I was maybe 13. No, I forget exactly how old I was. But I moved to Virginia with my dad, and I wasn't having like the greatest time fitting in with. I don't know. I guess I had a hard time making friends. Spent a lot of time hanging out with my dad. But I guess he thought that moving would be really good for us. So my oldest sister Jenny, we moved to be in Aspen with them, and I guess I didn't really understand the agreement because my dad said that he wouldn't drink, and then my sister Jenny found some bottles in his car, and they were just little bottles of alcohol, but I guess he got kicked out, and then I got a plane ticket to live with my mom, but yeah, I never really got to see much of my dad after that, except for family vacations. And a lot of those family vacations I couldn't really handle. I was just like really stressed out when I was there with them. Like it wasn't real. And so when my dad died last year, I didn't really understand like how I could feel so much loss for somebody that I haven't really gotten to spend a lot of time with, and I didn't really want to spend time with. And I felt guilty, and a few days ago I had this feeling that my dad and I had have a similar part of us missing that makes us want to drink or use drugs. And I'm still wondering what that is, and how I can work through it, and how I wish I could have been there for him to help him work through it. Just, I think he felt kind of alone in that feeling that there was this like pain that he needed to numb or get away from, but I feel that too. Alright, well, thanks for witnessing and enjoying these moments of public sadness. I'm not sure exactly, but I think it helps. I think about Facebook and how it helps me feeling like there's this community out there that I can share different parts of my life with. Anyways, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later, and feel free to reach out to me if you want to talk more about this list and other things in this book. Alright, have a good day.